In this video, I'll give you an introduction on how to make histograms in R very easily and quickly using the ggplot2 package. If you need a quick refresher on how to run code in R, how to import your data, and so on, go to the description of this video and I'll put a link there to another video I've created that explains those basics. If you need to do that, go ahead. Otherwise, keep watching and we'll talk about histograms now. Alright, so in this one we're going to build a histogram, and the first thing we do is read our data from a file, it's tab separated and has a header, into a data frame. So if we run this line with Command Enter, we get the data read in. Then we do head of my data and we can see what's inside of the data frame. This is just the first 6 lines of the file, but it allows us to get a quick view of which columns we might want to visualize. Now, I'm interested in visualizing the distribution of the HP variable right here. So just that particular column. Now, we always need to load the ggplot2 library in order to make these plots. And then let's start making this histogram. Here we use the ggplot function. We load in my data and we set the aesthetic to be the x-axis should be HP. This is contained in its own parentheses, and then we do plus geom histogram, and you can leave this part empty if you want, but you can also set it to bins equals the number of bins that you want to have in the histogram. In this case, I set it to bins equals 100, and that gives us this plot. You can always mess with the number of bins, so if you only want, say, 20 bins, then you can see what that looks like. Now, if you're dealing with discrete data, it's always good to think about using a bin width instead of a number of bins. If you use discrete data with a number of bins instead of a bin width, you could end up with a result like this one, where completely evenly spread out data where there's 5 data points exactly for every discrete value, you might still end up with some bins having more than others because the bin width is not a whole integer number. If it is, then you can fix this problem quite easily. In this case, you could say the bin width is 1 or the bin width is 2, and that would avoid the issue. So if you set the bin width to 1, then you will get 1 bar for every x value, like so. And you can see here that there's a little bit of a bias. And I can tell you that this is because in this particular case, HP has been set by humans. And humans prefer 5s. They prefer numbers that end in 5. So there's a lot more 55, 60, 65, 70 than there are 68 and 49. And so that's why you see these peaks. If you want to get rid of that, you could say bin width equals 5, and then we look at every 5 points getting shoved into one bin. You'll get rid of some of that smaller substructure by zooming out like that. If you want more quick wins in R, go over to omgenomics.com/R and download a special treat that I've made for you there, which is the Ultimate Beginner's Cheat Sheet, a guide to quick wins in R. This is going to be a great resource for you, and as a bonus, I've also attached the pokemon.tsv file so you can practice along with these videos.